how would you say you're finding Rek'Sai in terms of closing games out?
So he's honestly been one of the harder ones. I kind of just started playing him even last month. I played a bunch of draft games. I haven't found as much success. I kind of have a hard time later in games, even if I get fed. I haven't totally figured him out, but I do like him. He is fun. Warwick's kind of my, oh, we have no tanks. I'll play a tank, and honestly, I usually have a lot of success with him. I think he's my highest win rate. And Echo's definitely most fun one I play, so I like playing Echo, and I can hard carry, I feel like, way more on Echo than I can on other champs.
Yeah.
But he can also be pretty feast or famine a lot of the time.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have a lot of points on Echo. People don't recognize that as well, because I don't play him as much anymore, but the problem with Echo is always, if you don't get going, it's not like with a Karthus or Fiddlesticks where you have such a dominant team fighting presence eventually. Yeah, Echo does scale insanely well, but it's much easier to sort of scale with a Fiddlesticks and a Karthus by accident, because you just have an AoE ult, right? You just have this dominating kit that can suffocate everyone. Echo, really, once you're fed, you can just kill anyone on the map. So I think having a good early and mid game is absolute priority for you. So I think, considering this is long term, we'll spend, I guess, a bit more discussion about what you see. I'll point out some areas where we have issues, and then every week we just iterate, I suppose.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And I have to, Chad is just letting me know, Rek'Sai is in fact a girl, if you didn't know.
I did, yeah,
She is the queen of the desert. Yeah, they don't let that stuff go at all.
Yeah,
I'm afraid to say, yeah. So what do you like to do early game for Echo then?
So I almost always full clear. I haven't played into a lot of Jarvans. I like full clearing red side, red Krugs, Raptors into top side. Sometimes if I'm against like a hard invade champ, I'll start top side and go down because I don't want to be contested at the scuttle. I'd rather just get the other one, you know. But I like full clearing into a gank, or kind of depends on the lanes. I'm not trying to. Sometimes I won't. If like on this game, I don't know if I was playing on contesting skill, because usually Jarvan, he can even level 2 gank, or he's pretty early game. But I don't know. That's usually my game plan: is full clear, see if there's any ganks, and then maybe back. I'm trying to get to my 6 pretty quick.
The Krugs, okay, nice Q, drive by. I would say, if you are concerned about, so it sounds like you like to path opposite to the enemy jungle, you're not looking to duke it out for crabs and stuff. So in that case, against invading junglers, now what Jarvan can do, it's weird he starts on blue side. I'm assuming that you often track where the enemy jungler begins, watching for leashes and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we know he started blue side here. This is kind of strange, but usually he would take this red, and as you said, level 2 ganks, especially on a mobile champion, or even top lane, or even cheesing you here. So I think good practice for you would be to leave a ward on this. At 53, you press B, you slap down that ward at 1 minute, swap for your scanner, and now we can go here. And now you have peace of mind. Because by placing it here, yeah, you stop this invade, but if he just EQs of the wall, if Graves E's of the wall, which I'm sure you've encountered a few times.
Yeah, Graves all the time.
Graves all the time. I love myself some Graves meta. I hate Graves. Hate Graves.
Yeah, same.
Can't wait. Every season, that's my least favorite jungle season. 6, 8, and 10, Graves has been dominant. In terms of meta.
I have to ban Hecarim every game, or else I'd ban Graves. So
Hecarim, yeah, but he got 10 damage base nerf. Hecarim, he's useless now. Yeah, totally. Yeah. So I mean, by going through this here, this ward doesn't give you any value anyway, right? Because all the champions that are going to cheese you and sort of disrupt your full clear won't be seen by this ward. Additionally, it dies before you even get to Raptor, so now you have no idea. And very often, junglers such as yourself, omnivore junglers, I don't know if you watched the YouTube, but I did a Echo omnivore like scale Echo video about 2.5, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. In these cases, the worst thing is you sort of do 4 camps and you're like, all right, blue, and it's gone. And now it's too late to invade. Crab is up, but do you go to this crab or that crab? It just introduces a lot of problems. Now in this game, that's not going to be the case because Jarvan did a blue side clear. But as you get better, which is what we're looking to do, especially in Plat, as much as that elo is a bit crazy sometimes, you will get junglers that do this aggressive style. even if it doesn't make sense. So I think leaving this ward here is prime, or you can leave it here. I don't know how much pro play you've watched, but I did the pro play video on my channel, and Rogue left this ward here for the hack room, and the Graves just walked straight across it. So
inspired or something?
Inspired, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So having a bit more defense against those invaders would be better than just simply slapping it down for no reason. Right. Okay. I'll also say that the problem is, with a full clear, as much as I like it, it doesn't leave you a lot of room at the end to actually do much. You know, if you run into the Jarvan here, yeah, like you're gonna get quite low here. You can just kill this baby with the auto attack. I think it's unnecessary to take the damage. Echo is an AoE champion with Talisman, but a lot of auto attacks weaved in there. Because now you're quite low. We haven't smited yet, of course. And there it is. There it is. So while we're talking about the clear, you see now, look. What happens is you do 4 camps, and then he shows up. And he's already done 5. So Echo's full clear isn't that quick. Like a Lilia at 317, a good Lilia should be done. A Karthus at, like 305 at the latest should be done. And so Echo's full clear is kind of slow. So I think we should try flex into either 3 camp clears or an inner clear. And then get on the map.
What do you mean, like red Raptors, wolves, blue?
You could do red Krugs, blue. That's one. It's a little bit more roundabout, but because you have Talisman, it would help you with the regen. You can do red Raptors, wolves, blue, which is the inner clear that Hecarim likes to do, which puts you on the map prime time for this crab, as well as a counter gank here. You'd be more in the river already. Because you've done 4 camps. So like after 4 camps at 311, you should be in play. But we're now less than half HP and we're not in play. And I think with Echo, you don't want to be this. It's just not efficient. You can also, it's not often done, but you can go Machete, and you can do blue, Gromp, red, or red, blue, Gromp. But I'm not personally a fan of necessarily doing that with Echo, but it is another option for you.
Okay, cool.
So he ganks. He's most likely going to go for this crab. I think you could trap him.
Yeah, he ends up dying here, actually.
Yeah, I would have probably just trapped the bush with a W. It's a bit more easy than coin flipping it, but if he doesn't go for it, he's going straight top lane, isn't he?
No, the Jarvan died to the Annie.
Oh, sorry, I was just watching before. He actually died? Okay, sorry, my bad. I was just staring at you and thinking. Okay, that's fine, my bad.
So, the Volibear here, which I fall into this trap too, just spam pinging me to gank. I'm like, okay, well, I'll come by. I don't know, sometimes I don't know if I listen to laners too much, if I'm just a jungle complaining about laners, but like even in pregame, he's just spam pinging all the time,
Just mute. I mean, the problem with these types of players is that they don't track enemy jungler clears and ganks. For example, if you're against an Elise, most of us an Elise can do blue, grump, red by 230 and be top lane. He doesn't care about that. He's going to ping you even if you're, on Krugs. These people have no clue about jungling. They have no clue about timing. It's just best to mute and play your game because it will tilt you and compromise your roots. So, for example, if you directly look for this, now I was thinking, okay, Jarvan's here. I saw the 1 HP. I thought he actually lived, but he died. So you get this for free. What are you thinking you want to do? Pretend the Volibear didn't ping you. Is this a very gankable lane?
Especially where he's at. Because he's just got pool, and Volley is a stun, but there's no way we're killing him.
I think you can kill him, but it's a tough gank. It takes a lot of time. You most likely burn a flash. He also has the heal and the turn ability. He is actually going Electric Q, not Phase Rush. So that's something to consider. Phase Rush, I think, makes this extremely difficult. But what do you want to do then? After this crab? As soon as you've taken it.
So I saw how much CS the J4 had.
Yeah.
So I was assuming I think I saw he has red already, so I don't know if I knew his Krugs were up, but so I was just gonna fall back after this to take my blue and Gromp and then try and go to get the bot scuttle.
I'm actually curious here for a second. Yeah, I think double crabbing is here. He out of base came straight to this. Okay, sorry, it didn't show up on the map, so I was confused. This is horrific pathing by him. This is really stupid. If you find yourself in this position, if you were him, right, and you did a 5 camp and you died,
yeah,
why would you go straight to Krugs? Level 1 camp with nothing else up.
Level 1, and
yeah.
It ended up working out for him pretty well, but I wasn't expecting him. I thought, okay, he died, he's going to rotate bot, I'll just clear my blue and Gromp, and it should be fine.
This is where the full clear bites you. I think you feel compelled to get blue because it's blue. You need the mana regen at some point because you're going to start to run out. Although Echo is really efficient, actually, much more than people think. And instead of thinking immediately, hey, let me gank Fizz, because again, Annie died, but it is Annie. We can at least try something, right? The wave is pushing. Yeah. You're not going to kill him because this champion is a champion that, you know, gives children nightmares with the amount of mobility he has. But at the very least, it lets you contest this. But again, logically, I am with you. This is kind of rusty because you've got no bot prio. He has prio, and it's a tough gank. And you assume Jarvan will go straight down. Yeah. I'm with you. So I think in this case, your logic was sound. 100%. Let's take the crab. Jarvan died. 5 camp, tracked him 20 CS, double buffs, right? Excellent. Let's go look for a gank top lane. Good read. Very good read. Not possible. Okay, his Krug should be up. You could actually go direct and take them. Because what you told me suggested you thought he was here. Is that correct?
No, I thought I saw how many camps he had, and I wasn't sure if the Krugs were still up or not, because he could have. I don't know if he did wolves or if he went. Blue, Gromp. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, no, he wouldn't have Krugs up, not with that kind of gank timing.
Yeah.
20 CS Jarvan that started blue side, 100% has not done Krugs. You can if he has. I'd be concerned that I'd had a 20 game losing streak in my MMR had completely tanked.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be there. I think this is the right move here. We can crab this. We can go top lane, look for the gank. I think we throw in. He uses his stun. Like, you see, this is the guy pinging you, right? He uses his stun 10 seconds before you're ready to gank, and now it's down when you're ready to gank instead of saving it. It's like, this guy deserves no respect. But now here I'm with you, okay? Let's look then. Let's have a look, and you can see the particles. He's on it. And all you have to do is sort of throw your W out, which you just used, but you can throw a Q out to have a look. And if he's not there, free Krugs. And then you can repeat gank topside. Right?
Yeah.
And then you can say, okay, bottom laners, careful, Jarvan's on the crab. It's confirmation of where he is. Because by just leaving, you've shown yourself, and you're showing yourself leaving away with no blue. So this reveal, if the Jarvan is paying attention, gives him all the information he needs to make this gank safely and soundly. And from their vision perspective, you would run into him here. And I liked that the way you flexed. You did wolves, you're gonna do blue, but you saw he was 1 HP going up, so you went to cut him off. He dies, which means you were tracking. You probably saw that he burned his flash and stuff. So I think you're relatively fine here as Echo. I would look for this, and if I run into him, I say, "Oops, okay, bye." You know, we're not looking to fight because Vladimir has prior, so we just E out to safety.
Okay.
And also that tells you everything you need, and maybe then you can set up our counter gank, or go back top lane. You know, it enables a lot more. And
I feel like on Echo against champs like Jarvan, I do okay sometimes. It's hard to gank sometimes, but it's way easier to counter gank on him if you know champs are gonna gank.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I didn't expect him to be top, and so he did that, you know.
That was random, and then this is why you ignore this guy completely, because he just goes, but he TPs in, knowing Jarvan's still in the area.
Yeah.
Like this is absolutely tragic. Now, it's all his own fault, but 100%, I think we could have done something about it with a different clear. You know, in a camp clear, we have blue buff. We don't exactly know where Jarvan is. We can check. We get confirmation. And now you don't feel compelled to go back down to the side. You maybe want to set up a counter gank and stuff. So he shows top lane again. What are you looking to do?
I wanted to go take Scuttle Crab because he obviously didn't go down to take it.
And then?
I actually forget what I do here. I might go take the Gromp, tier 2 Gromp. I forget exactly what I want to do. I should take the tier 2 Gromp because I saw him top, and he might come, but I could probably get away, you know.
I like it. It's 2 coachings in 2 days. We have people using the tier system. I like it a lot. And tracking it. This is really good. That's really, really good. Your goal is plat, and you're already doing that a lot of things in the right way. So I'm excited to see where we go. Hit this.
Yeah, I've been watching a decent amount of your videos lately.
if people say tier 2 grab, tier 3 wolves and things, then I know. I know what they've seen, which actually helps a lot. I think here, you looking for this dive?
I am. So I'm actually duo with my ADC.
Okay.
And I'm looking to W and flash the wall and E into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know the Echo combo. I think it's giga risky though, because there's no ways this is pushing at all.
Yeah, I was yelling at him to push it, so he doesn't. It's not pushing, so I end up taking the Gromp instead.
That's perfect. I don't
kind
think.
Of while I wait for it.
I think this is a ganking angle. I like the way you're looking for a ganking angle, and obviously I always say counter jungling leads to the best ganking angles. And I think this is 100% a nice, little bit risky in your elo, but because you're duo with someone, a nice dive on this tower. If you have a crashing wave with no other minions. But you have a control ward in this bush. You have a plant that we can deny the Jarvan, which is great. There's no reason why we can't try and do the same thing from this angle. And instead of saying, hey, Caitlyn, push, say, hey, Caitlyn, let it push. Pull the wave towards you. Let me hop over after taking Gromp. And now you've got a beautiful, nicely set up gank. So I think your mind was in the right place, but let's move that up to a safer position that suits your duo a lot more.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I think, I mean, this is a great ward. Who plays this? Obviously, it always says time placed it, but if it was your Caitlyn, I like it.
I'm not sure. I think it was Pyke. Actually, yeah, it's probably Pyke. She has a control word in inventory.
And now you throw out the W, so they know you're here. They know you're here. Now we're just wasting time, right? So
yeah.
Whenever you show, you're on the clock. They know where you are, and a good jungle will say, okay, what can I take? What can I take? And in your case, by taking that Grump, I would assume Jarvan repeat ganking and taking this would reset and come down. Again, I would assume. He could be in the area now taking wolves and things like that.
Yeah, and his blue's coming up too, and he probably was going for the Gromp, yeah.
I think as I said that, that's exactly where he was. Yeah, there you go. All right, good. So tracking's working. Good job. So I'm actually... this is why I talk before the thing happens, chat and everyone, because if I say something and it works out completely opposite, then it's quite funny. So they really didn't react to you at all?
Yeah, I'm shocked they went in on that when they saw me that whole time, and I just kind of cleaned up 2 kills. I don't know what that was. I think it was a good play by Pyke, too.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the standing thing for me is as soon as your W shows, a clock should go, hey, Echo is here. But I don't see enough pings. I don't see any pings at all. They didn't. It's like they didn't even notice. You walked into a mini wave under tower and again showed twice. No pings, no communication whatsoever, and they carried on as if you weren't even there. So, right, the end game of your objective is great. We get 2 kills, but I think we could have saved ourselves like 30 seconds, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. Now Jarvan's going to show up. He cleared the ward. We know where he is. He's going towards his blue buff. Sorry, he cleared this, so he's going up. What do you like to do in this case? I'll tell you what I like to do. If my duo is bottom lane, and I do play support with some jungle duos sometimes, I love, if I'm full HP, to get prio here and invade the blue. Do you do that a lot?
No, honestly, but I could see why it's pretty good. Maybe Caitlyn's a little too low, but if there's 2 dead, I don't know, and I'm that full health, I probably should have.
Not her. More the support, more communication, like pinging, he's on the blue, let's go. My only concern is, of course, the missing Fizz. And the fact that Senna's up in 1 second. So when she's up in 1 second, like the previous coaching, you've got 20 seconds to 25 seconds or so before she gets into play and can interrupt you. So it's more, I'm just questioning what you like to do. That's more of a tendency thing.
If I get in a game where I have, like, especially on Warwick, because I play way more aggressive, if I get a roaming support, then it just feels like the game's over for the enemy team, because it's just, I don't even know, people don't know how to deal with it. But on Echo, I don't know if I'm too passive with it or what.
I think it's healthy to be a little bit passive. But I think this wave is unfortunate. I think we should have just pushed this with our bottom lane. Caitlyn was really low. We see the Jarvan take out the control ward. We know he's in the area. Fizz is MIA. If Fizz or Jarvan come down, we have advantage, 3v2. Let's push this wave, deny them a cannon wave as much as we can, because they should be heading down right now. So what's happening is they're heading down saying, oh, thank you, blue team, because most likely they will get here in time for this cannon wave. We're very close to it. Whereas if you shove it, it dies. So right here, this is important for you and your ADC. You play with her a lot?
Decent amount.
Okay.
It's probably the most I duo with.
Okay, good. So in this case, make sure you guys are communicating this to each other. Let's deny the cannon wave. Let's feast on it together. Because currently you're going to lose this whole wave. Your team's losing all of that wave, and they're getting all of this. So the double kill is great, but let's add the cherry on top of the cake, which is shoving and denying this.
Back to him too.
Yeah. And then the thing is, if they're super high HP as well, you could always look to Drake.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, but he was like, no, I'm too low.
Yeah, I agree. If he's high HP, it's fine.
Yeah.
But the issue is here. We're seeing it. We don't actually see it. The issue is here because... Actually, I didn't want to see that. I've corrupted my point now. But by everyone retreating, Annie, bot lane, and you going back into the jungle, you give the Jarvan prior to solo the dragon. So the reason I suggested perhaps an invade there is not only to control the blue and shut him down and push him away, it's to make sure that you have control of the dragon even if you don't want to take it right now.
Yeah.
And I think there's
the only thing I was worried about too is like, so I'm already weak early compared to Conqueror Jarvan, and he's got he's backed with those 2 kills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Item, and I haven't cashed in on it.
You're not looking to fight him by any stretch of the imagination. We're just looking to create temper and pressure. And it's more for me the lack of awareness that the dragon could be falling.
Yeah.
And even with the stupid things I play like Zara Jungle, I love to get first dragons still. I still get them a lot as well. And I can tell you, I lose every matchup. A Rengo jumps into me, I'm dead. A Kha'Zix ease into me, I'm dead. So these dragons, I think, need to be something we probably look at a little bit more. And as we get further into the sessions, you can, of course, go VOD review yourself some games where you feel like you're losing and you shouldn't be. Have a look at potential dragon plays where you're losing them a lot early, and that forces you now to go to the only place where you can, which is topside. You see? And that helps the enemy jungle track you. I'm curious as to why they invaded you here. Aha!
Yeah, this is pretty tragic here in a second.
But this is great. This is great. Great ward by the Fizz. It's not always noticeable. It's not always noticeable. And this is where those F keys come in big, but this is sort of the general awareness I'm talking about. Just like how the bottom lane here missed you showing up and died to you anyway. Like as a Jarvan, I'm giga tilted that happened. Watch the Fizz. Even just on the minimap. You see this? You see this little movement he makes towards the area? Right there? Little hook he did. That's him placing a ward. And you don't have to be staring at him the whole time. You just watch on the minimap. Watch him on the minimap. In real time, one time speed. Watch his positioning. I'm concerned there's a ward in the area now.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. He pops over right there.
Uh-huh. We have to watch mids. When our mid is gone against a Fizz, Talon, Zed, Pyke. What else is giga irritating? Rumble. I don't know how much Rumble mid you see, but whoa, that thing can be very frustrating. Anything with a roam. Yeah. And you think I'm gonna go gank, and then he just overcharges and kills you. Any time a mid laner has prio and a cannon wave crashing and disappears down, for you, I'm kiting into this bush. If he disappears for more than 2 seconds, I'm kiting into the bush to see if I'm gonna get collapsed on, and if I do, I'm just eating away as quickly as I can. But I think there needs to be a general awareness of let's hit this plant, let's see the dragon, let's ward the dragon. Your first back, I didn't track your gold, which I should have, but having a control ward would have been perfect for this game plan you did. You move along, slap a control ward there, right on the edge of the bush. You make your plays, we shove up a little bit, we see, okay, get out of the blue. And now, of course, you can hop on over the wall, take your red, hit the plant. It's the same thing, but it saves you 30 seconds. And the 30 seconds I was talking about are huge because currently you would have done the red already.
Yeah, and that was my plan, is to take the red and check dragon, but in that time he just took the dragon, you know?
Exactly. And that's the 30 seconds we wasted pondering this dive instead of just doing what we did anyway, but telling you, Caitlyn, let the wave pull.
Yeah.
And you would have had, I think, more time to do what you wanted to do. But the ward's good. I'm not sort of criticizing the fact that you didn't see it. It is tough sometimes because you're looking at the whole map and that's a very small thing. But something to keep an eye out for when you're playing a scaling jungler.
Yeah, I was shocked, honestly. I didn't even think about it.
I think for me here, it's the body language that you're showing. They take the dragon and the fizz disappears immediately. So for you, the alarm bells, the Star Wars alarm on everything in the entire galaxy goes off. We need to be pulling this into the bush and using our W in the bush and trying to get in and get out. You have smite, try get the camp and ditch. Because as soon as everyone disappears, especially the fizz, you should be very concerned. And
yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. It's just, this is a scaling jungler thing. This is general practice. We have to, as you said, I can't match him. I have to give things up. So here, watch a fizz, watch a fizz, watch a fizz. Alright, he's going down. Why is he going down? There's literally nothing to do. Senna hasn't shown a bottom lane yet, despite dying at the same time as Jhin. Again, this needs to be something that goes off in your brain.
Okay.
Oh, he actually ults you? And if you ult, you're screwed anyway. But you're alive. Okay, there's no play we can make. Okay. Yeah, I think go here and just go back to base.
Yeah, I don't know why so I feel safe.
You see that?
I still have ult up.
He showed right here. That's why I said you just go here in the darkness. Because if you hide here, he won't see you. He assumes you're going back like a lazy person here, which is why I said you just go to the edge of the fog of war, and you would have been fine. He tried to get you. Do you actually die here?
Yeah, it's pretty tragic. I'm sitting on a control ward. I have ult up. I expect he's gone. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll just back. It's pretty awful, and I didn't react. I was watching too, and it's just tragic. Sucks.
I hate those. I understand your pain, but yeah, that's easily avoided.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't like Jarvan. And his voice is irritating as well. It's a nice skin though. I like that skin. Right, Jarvan's bottom side getting the bottom crab. Dragon is down. You're level 6. You're the same CS as him, but he's 3-1-1 and you're 2-1-0. So that's a little bit demoralizing. What do you want to do next?
So my top camps are up.
Yep.
And I'm thinking maybe I can sequence top and get a gank off on Vlad if he's pushed up. I forget what I do here, but looking at it right now, that's what I would probably do. And then blue's coming up too. So, and then maybe we can transition to Rift Herald or something.
Yeah. My only concern is Volley has no ult and has no mana and has no TP and has no HP. Because this is not a good player. And he has to go back now.
He's not too fond of me after that Hashinshin top too.
And then don't be Hashinshin top. And after all the bans and the despicable things he did, don't watch him either. So he deserves all his pain. The nice thing is he went back as I said all those things, which means you can clear your camps up and then sequence with him. But Vlad has gone back as well. For me, what I'm looking at is there's two possibilities. Let me actually have a look, because you took the Grump, right? So you had the timer on the Grump. Let's go back to when we see Jarvan. So Jarvan goes down to this crab, right? This Grump, tier 3 now, thanks to you, has spawned. This is up. He had blue when he went to annihilate your face, and his red's up. So 100% this guy is either going to be sequencing all the way up, or at the very least looking to crab straight into red side, into a Herald himself. So that's something we have to be aware of. And he shows on the mid lane. And he flashes in. And he shows in the mid lane after crab. So you have tracking of him now. So, again, because we have long-term coaching, so we can sort of suggest a few hypotheticals. If he isn't as fed as he is, and again, he hasn't spent his gold, right? He's sitting on 1200. You have Prio here. Fizz is either dead or back to base. If you have Prio top lane as well, I think you could look to make a play to take his red. I think.
Because the Fizz just backed and
Yeah.
with the Annie.
Yeah. If you have top prio as well, and if you're comfortable with your fighting capability, that will vary from game to game, right?
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out.
Usually against Jarvan, I feel like Echo's pretty good. You can just dodge the knockup pretty easily, but
yeah. And he traps you in an ult. You say, okay, thanks for free AOE. Yeah. But once he disappears here, he's gonna go to his red, which he does. We need to hit this plant. This we need to hit. Because
track.
Yeah. We need to see what's up.
On the Rift Herald?
Not just the Rift Herald, I just want to see what he's doing. Because he did this into a mid lane gank after killing you. And went from minimal CS up until... Like, if he kills you here and has 48, you see it. And then you see him gank mid lane and he has... Sorry, if he kills you and has 44, and then you see him gank mid again, knowing the crab was up and he has 48, he did a crab. And that's it. Nothing else. That's like micro-tracking in the moment. Which means all these camps are up. But his red's up. And the Herald is up. So I would actually put money on this that he's on top side. Even regardless of the elo. I feel like that's just too easy. So right now, you're down a level, and he's going back to base. You're looking for Herald, which means you can't, because your solo laners seem to be griefing. One is always up when the other one is back, or bot lane was back with mid lane, so you couldn't do anything here. But I think that security there of having the planted would be good. To see Herald, to see if he's going mid, to see if he's going top lane. There you go. Good. We're scanning. This is risky. Don't know what J4 is. Nice stun. Nice stun Annie as well. We should have E up. Electric goes. Okay, very nice. Good. Good. We didn't know where Jarvan was. That's why I'm saying it's risky. You have to be thinking about where exactly he's going to be.
For him.
So where do you think he is right now?
I'm honestly, I don't know. There's some that I definitely have more trouble with. Like you were saying, okay, he killed me, right, with however much CS.
Yeah.
Like early game, it's easy for me to track. You know, okay, they're all 4. You know, okay, he's done 5 camps. So he's gonna go here. He's gonna go here. But like when he killed me there, I definitely didn't check his CS to then when I recheck it mid lane. You know, that's something I can definitely get better at. So right now I'm guessing. I don't know. It's hard to see where the lane's at for the Vladimir, but I don't know if he's going to go re-gank. If he wants that Rift Herald too, so he might re-gank top or just sequence down. I'm not sure.
As a Rek'Sai player as well, with plant access, anything with a dash, I think I'm sneaking this away. You just killed Fizz and ganked mid. I'm going to try and take it. If you decide to rotate up with Annie, I'll detach. I'll give, right? But if you do what you're doing, which is head down, and from the rep perspective, they see you go down, I do it. Oh, look where he is. Perfect. Thank you, Jarvan, for making the point. He knows you just ganked mid. He knows the Fizz is dead. And he sees you go down. So he knows this is free. And I like that in base, I said, what are you thinking of doing, Rift? And then now in the game, it seems you forgot about it. So that's a disconnect between VOD review and in the moment, which is... We gotta grow that, right? I think here I would have just gone up with Annie, said let's go. Right?
Yeah.
You can either roam top lane because you have control ward here, and the wave should be pushing because this guy's been shoving onto the volley for a while. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slow, but this guy's just been perma shoving in moments. Like here, he was chunked and pushing. So I feel you either go up and gank this guy, try, or you just go up and do the Herald because Fizz is dead and you've got time. And if Jarvan's here by himself, you just kill him. You've got 2 options there that are great for objectives, great for map control, and also make this guy happy. Because if you kill the Jarvan and take the Herald, you can then goon squad up here and even use it and get a tower.
I don't all the time, but I don't know if I'm more biased to like helping bot lane because it's my duo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know if I see him O2, I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta save. Like if I'm more biased to the VOD bear that's flaming me the entire game or my duo partner, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that's what I was thinking, but I'm sure in some instances I want to help out the guy I'm duoing with than, the top laner.
The benefit of muting everyone and their pings is that you can remain objective. Because I understand the sentiment. This guy's been pinging me, annoying me, TPing and dying like a Shinshin, and bringing no value whatsoever, building Balmy Cinder and Kindle Gem. Why, I don't know. Main Volley Bear, I have no idea what that build is going to be. Yeah, that was still the better play, because not only does the Herald have bottom lane, right? Because what happens if you rotate both of you to this right now? You see Jarvan, minimal mana, EQ up and flash up. Most likely he gets out, but I could see a world where he misplays and you kill him. Your Echo, you don't have ult, but you have W and he has stun. Okay. Yep. So say you get this Herald. The ult's also almost up, which you'll see in game. Say you push him away or kill him and take the Herald. Now we go and decide to gank top lane. Vladimir is as blind as the bottom lane, and you're actually able to grab a kill or at least push him out of lane. That means you can use the Herald. I don't think you necessarily grab the tower here first time, but it's possible you do. What happens then? The game states elevated. Everyone, Annie, you and Volley will reset. Dragon will be up soon. Now you can goon squad bottom lane for your duo. You see? The advantage is gained by taking attention away from this side of the map. From this side of the map is huge. Because you force the whole map, the strong side, to be here. Herald, plates, 3 people. The bottom lane can just relax. If she's dying solo, that's not on you. You've got to play. I know playing with a duo can sometimes mean you want to help that lane more, but you have to try and remain disciplined and play objectively. Because objectively, that's the better play. Going down here serves no purpose. You're giving away a free Herald despite a kill, so the kill conversion ratio is rough. We can actually do that next session. We can actually do that next session. Talk about your stats. We can actually look at I think long term would be a good idea to do that as well. Let's look at your stats. Let's see what areas we can actually talk about in game as well. So there's a lot of cool things we can talk about, which is nice. I think here, kill into a objective, into really ramping up a gold income for yourself with a couple plates top lane, and then resetting, and then going straight back to bottom lane to kill them with your camps up and a dragon up. I think you're looking at a really nice game.
Yeah, when you fill it out like that, it just almost seems like, I don't know, it just sounds so much easier than it sounds so obvious, but it definitely would have changed the game a lot than just going and taking, I don't even know, 2 or 3 Raptors and giving it up.
Yeah, I mean, you take these Raptors and it's great, but the problem is, look at this. You had a momentary point in the game where you could goon squad, and now your Annie's getting goon squadded. And the problem for me is, again, we didn't buy control wards. So already, I can tell you, just from the first 10 minutes of this game, let's make sure we're warding rivers. Because this is unusual, I will say. I don't think, maybe in a lot of your games you can tell me, I don't think you're looking at a Senna and a Fizz and a Jarvan 3-man roaming every game.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's hit or miss on roaming supports, but it seems to be huge whenever they do. Yeah,
exactly. And the thing is, for me, what you can learn from the lane here, from bottom lane, I play a lot of supporters. Watch the following. You just killed Fizz, right? So we've got choose your own jungle adventure again, but I think it's a pretty obvious choice. Beeline to this, kill the guy, take it, use a top lane. Watch what happens, right? Your ADC is dead, Pyke is going back to base, this is a shoved wave, Senna's full HP with enough mana to do whatever she wants, he's full HP with enough mana to do whatever he wants. As you go to Raptors, Senna moves into the river. Directly looking to go to where this lane is pushing. Right? So immediately, again, alarm bells, awareness, just go slap a control ward here. Because let me look at their vision. It's not much better, actually. Their vision is not much better at all. So in this case, everyone's just moving around the map and no one has any idea of where anyone is until they actually show up. And that's something we have to get over, I think. This notification, hey, Senna's roaming up, let me slap a ward on the river. Hey, Annie, Senna's roaming up, let's collapse on her. Right? Because once Annie pushes this, we can trap very easily. Ah, she doesn't even roam up, she goes back to she kills the ward. But it's something you should be thinking about. We watch her. Okay, now she disappears again. Actually, who's pinging you? Pike. Pike pinged you for this. Actually. Yeah. Yeah. I think this is something you should look for. Or does your ADC communicate with you a lot? Verbally? Did we lose you?
Yeah, sorry, are you there? I don't know if it cut out or what.
Yeah, I think, did you hear me?
Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm back. I was hearing on the stream. I don't know what Discord just kind of shit the bed for a second, but
It happens.
he does communicate a lot. I don't know. He keeps track of stuff pretty good. I didn't see the Pike pings though. I don't think.
Okay, yeah, it's just for me. Like you see that he'll go up to the river, and then she clears the ward, and then she goes back into the river. And I think this is something you have to be suspicious about, or expect something to happen. It's like it's like counter ganking a jungler, right? He also just takes a Herald, and Annie's pushing up. So again, for you, you should be thinking, okay, you know what? Maybe he's gonna gank mid. But we're very focused on killing this guy for your laner, rather than thinking about what's
tunnel vision on it.
Yeah, tunnel vision. What instead of thinking what's the best play for the game.
Yeah.
And I think that costs you not twice. Nice stun, Senna. Nice ult, Annie. What am I watching? Well, that was funny. In the meantime, you're able to go bottom lane. So, you get a 3v1 in return, but again, you know, he got the objective, he gets the kill. They have momentum now.
Yeah, I definitely just tunnel visioned on it, especially, like, even since I decided to go bot, I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do Raptors and then gank the Jhin, you know, and didn't keep watching the map for what was the best play.
And they make the see what I guess my point is that they've made the two plays that I was telling you to do while the Fizz was dead. You had 30 seconds to do it. He took the Herald, he goon squatted a lane, and he used the Herald to get 5 plates.
Yeah.
Which is what you should have been able to get ahead of him, I think. Or could have been able to get ahead of him. I think those little moments right there, 7 to 12 minutes where we're at, what we've been focusing on, that's where a lot of your lead as Echo will come from. Because you want to get ahead at this moment. Because the fact that we are not well on our way to our second item is pretty big. What school of thought that we should have this discussion initially. What school of thought are you regarding Echo itemization? Are you a Protobelt sinner? Are you a Lichbane savant? Or are you a Nash's Tooth enthusiast?
So I know you don't like it, but I almost always go Protobelt. It's just so good.
Yeah, it's good. Combos are nice, HP's nice, cooldown and cost. Yeah.
With that, when I learned how to do the, you know, like the 3 passive EQ, E2 Protobelt to just delete people, it just feels so good.
Yes, it does. Lichbane has better burst, and Nash's Tooth has better DPS and split pushability.
So I've actually never built Nashers on him.
Lichbane Nashers is one of my most fun Echo builds. I absolutely love it in low elo specifically. Lower than this. I call gold and plat mid elo because I feel that's more accurate than insulting everyone. Yeah. Hey, you're in the 99% low elo. All of you the same. I hate that. Yeah, because just the pressure you get from objectives, the pressure you get from split pushing as Echo is absolutely insane, and it opens up a whole wath of macro things for you. Again, you came out of base now. To the bottom side, we've taken Krugs, we're taking Raptors, I assume looking for red. There's no consideration for the setup of Dragon. I think this is a reoccurring problem now. What are you trying? What's your goal here? Because obviously you see the Dragon spawning, so you head to the right side of the map.
So I think I'm just thinking, okay, well, Dragon's coming up. I'll go red side to clear, and by the time Dragon's up, I'll have cleared and head towards it. But like, I don't have any vision I can place, you know. So I just thought, I'm not even sure, just to be in the area, you know what I mean, and then maybe look for a gank that we can secure it for.
You're sitting on 300 gold, so you had room for 2 control wards. So vision score is now really coming to bite you because Jarvan's holding top side. This is up in a minute, and this guy's left by himself, and Senna's MIA. So she's, I mean, if she went back to base, she's coming down. If she just left lane, you have to watch for this, she's roaming. The dragon take begins when the timer shows. We got a minute. We got a minute. So what I'm looking at is Jarvan was topside. Now he disappears. I'm counting the eggs that he most likely goes back to base to set up dragon. If he decides, you know what, I really want to greed for these Krugs, that's really good for you. Because it gives you more time to set up the dragon. But I feel like focusing very heavily on your camps here. I mean, look, you know, I mean, none were up anyway. Is the mistake. Because again, Jarvan is off the field or out of the area of interest. Let's use that to actually set up. Because you told me in the beginning, I don't want to fight him straight up. He's really fed at the moment. We're not quite at the moment where you feel comfortable one-shotting, taking people out. So when he shows opposite side of the map, okay, free scanning. However, Senna's doing it all by herself. There's no interest from anyone on your team to set up this area. And what that does is allows, again, he reset, it's coming straight down. It allows them all the pry on the world to take it.
I don't know if, so one thing that I kind of fall into, I'm not
That's
saying
good.
I'm like amazing at it, but like it's so easy to steal on Echo that I can, most of the time I'll just default to that, like, oh, okay, it's fine, I'll just steal it and ult out. I know that's probably not good practice when you could just take it safely, but I don't know if that's like me being biased to it or what.
In last year's 5 Steps to Diamond video at the end, I had a dragon stealing thing. Or is it the jungle video? I can't remember. But yeah, I had a whole bunch of clips of EAing, ulting, and stealing dragons and barons with Echo. It's fun. But at this point, you're down a level. So already your smite amount is less. You don't have as much damage as I think you would like at 13 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just way too risky. For me, you killed Senna because she overcommitted trying to ward. Great. Supports do that all the time. I still do it all the time. Shouldn't, but you know, vision is the meaning of life. And Fizz has disappeared from mid lane. You have no vision control. Jarvan was top side and most likely reset back to base, which means you got about 25 to 30 seconds before he comes into play. And again, that internal timer needs to go off because you're going to go focus on this Jhin right now. But if Fizz and Jarvan collapse on you, you guys are going to die and give up the dragon. So I'm just pointing out things we should be thinking about.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Fizz is missing. Jarvan's definitely in the area. Oh. That was the ugliest Fizz ult I've ever seen in my life.
I know.
This is a tragedy of the maximum scale.
Yeah, I didn't expect him. So when I thought the Senna's dead, you know, I'm like, okay, we'll clear vision, and we're fine. And I didn't expect him to just be sitting in the dragon right there, you know.
I think here you could have, ulted the root.
Yeah,
you could alter
there's
the
a
roots.
lot I could have done. That wasn't that.
To stun the Jarvan, he's on the edge, so you get the stun on the Jarvan, and then you can, you have the benefit of healing, doing damage with your ult, stunning him, and then getting an EQ off onto him while ignoring the root. And maybe that just allows you a bit of time and healing to survive, because by going into stasis, you get nothing out of the... I mean, you get your shield, but it's already half used. So it's like, half of your kit there just didn't matter. And we died.
Yeah, I think yeah, I see what you're saying. I know I played it wrong too. I don't know if I just kind of panicked when the Fizz
I think so.
just ulted me out of the thing.
Yeah.
Even after that play, I'm like, what did I just do? You know, like, that was terrible, so...
Anakin memes, what have I done?
Yeah.
I mean, this is just upsetting, overall, but that's just funny. How do you miss it that badly? I don't know.
Bad, I know.
So you almost given a gift there, but again, I just don't like that the Jarvan was topside and you were on the field, and you had 30 seconds to slap a control ward to kill the Senna, to get to prio. I just don't like that wasn't done. I think that's something very important. You kill the Senna here, for example, right? If you have a scanner up, immediately activate the scanner. Let's clear that. Walk into the river with your support. Let's clear that. Slap a control ward there. Let's slap a control ward here. Let's take the plant away. you know, control the area. Now, you've got about 10 seconds before the dragon spawns. If they face check, like the Fizz and the Jarvan do, now you make the pick. You make the collapse, and then you get the dragon. You see?
Yeah.
So, I think we need to shift... We need to shift our dragon and objectives mentality from a reactive healthcare to proactive healthcare.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. If we get checked, we'll catch everything early and we can deal with it, but if we don't, we might die. Which actually works out well here, because you do die.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good, though. You know what, for me, when you're playing a scaling jungler, I like that, and of course with a nice skin, I like that a lot of issues crop up early, because, in the early game, because it means that when you rectify it, the mid game and the late game becomes so much easier. Because you're just 2-3 levels ahead of everyone. You have Dragons still prior, you've got Heralds, the map is yours, and as Echo, you know, people always talk about Rengar one-shots, but Echo one-shots are just as fun. If not more, because you have the safety button.
I think more, honestly.
Yeah, I think more as well.
I'm not a big Rengar fan.
I had 550 games of Rengar in Season 4. He's my first main champion, him and Zyra.
Yeah.
Before Mastery Points, so I got 1 million on Zyra, I probably have 800,000 on Rengar, but I do have 300,000 on Echo, and I loved playing him Season 6, Season 7. So.
Yeah, he's definitely fun. I like Kha'Zix more than Rengar, though, even though I know you'd say not to play that.
We have a Kha'Zix player, chat. Yeah, I actually have a battle on the YouTube comments. It's always a battle in the YouTube comments. Yeah. Make more Rengar videos. Make more Kha'Zix videos. They always, because I release both. I think they don't like that. Right, so you sequence bottom lane, you clear a bunch of vision, you know they're there. My concern here is we obviously saw Jarvan topside. My concern is now 2 dragons and a herald. Top lane tower is about to fall. Mid lane tower has fallen. The game is elevated to a point that isn't healthy for your stress levels. Because people are going to start to take your camps. They're going to start to roam. And Vladimir has become very scary. So for me, I feel like there's a very nice way to get out of this hole. Firstly, it's a little bit boring. We just have to farm our camps to be safe. Why are you heading to the bottom side?
Just me seeing that my bot side's up, and I don't know, it goes... I don't really know. At this point, like, we're pretty far behind. I'm not sure exactly what to do, but I just kind of want to get as much golden experience as possible, and I feel like if I just go straight to Krugs and then sequence all the way up, that's probably my best chance at that before to see if they're invading or not, you know?
The issue is, their whole team just took Dragon, you had a fight, and they retreated, right?
Yeah.
So, we need to look immediately, what's their next play? Most likely, I would not anticipate they go bottom lane, most likely I'm looking at this Vladimir. Knocking away on the platings that are about to go away. This guy is super low again. My blue's going to be spawning. I want to take these camps away before anything happens on the top side. And sequence down. Then again, I don't have the timer on the Herald, so I would actually say if the Herald is going to be spawning within a reasonable amount of time, then taking your blue side and being able to set this area up would be huge as well. So pay attention to the Herald timer for your decision. I can't see now, and everyone tells me to press N. I'm pressing N, chat. It doesn't show.
Do you put a lot of priority on second Rift Herald?
I think I put more priority on it at this point, because if they get it and get a really good shove or a pick on you, and then take a whole bunch of towers and a third dragon, I think the game's kind of doomed. No?
Yeah, definitely. It's hard in these situations. Like, I'm on a scaling jungler, right? I mean, you saw how I messed up in the beginning. Now it's like, I don't exactly know the best ways to get out of it all the time. You know, it's easy to play when you're fed on Echo. You just kill everyone on the map, but when you're behind, it's tough.
Yeah, exactly. Here, your best thing is not going where you know they are.
Yeah.
Making sure you get camp safely. Make sure you take long pathing to get around potential pick places. But here now they're all showing top lane. And this is the kind of thing you want to avoid. I don't think you want to fight just yet. Like, you lost your blue, you lost your Gromp. And now you're getting picked again. Hey! You fizzed him. Good. See, this for me is why Echo's nice, because I don't think you should be face checking this. But because you're Echo, you can do it.
Yeah, he I don't know if I was gonna throw a Q. I honestly just didn't even expect him to be there, but
well, he showed top lane. He showed top lane trying to kill the Volibear, so you knew he was most likely cheesing you.
Yeah.
But that's a separate issue. But this is nice. That's a good run by Annie. That's a good run by you. You cannot hold the top lane tower. Okay. Volley's coming, but I don't think we want to go on the Vlad now, no?
I don't know, dude. He's starting to get kind of scary at this point.
Yeah, I would have just done my wolves and then looked to set up vision. But again, no control wards bought, right?
Yeah, no, I don't even know if I bought a control word this game.
No, I don't think you did. I mean, we're at 60 minutes in. I would have... You should have at least 5 paid for already. And now you're hitting bottom side to help your ADC, who's having a rough game. But the crab, the big crab is spawning. The void crab, Herald. So they're most likely just gonna go... Yeah, there you go. You know? So... It's not necessarily that you're gonna fight for it, but it's... You want to be in position. I don't think you want to give it up for no reason.
I don't know if, like, at this point, if I'm... I don't know. If I don't want to fight for it, you know, like, Vlad's got death cap now. They're pretty far ahead.
Yeah.
Am I not just gonna kind of go stand outside of it and hope they, like, fuck up, you know what I mean? Or...
No, it's more... You got a double kill. And the best thing you could do when you're behind by getting a double kill is 1, make sure the camps that you owed in your quadrant are under control. 2, make sure you have vision control in the entrances. And when you kill 2 people and Vlad goes back, you suddenly have prio to push out the sadness. You know, you've got this disease of the enemy team infiltrating your jungle, and you can't face any bushes where they might be trying to trap you, or in your case, you can. But when they're all dead, let's now push out, get some vision further out into the map, so that you can start to make more proactive decisions. Because if your bottom lane or your Annie put wards here, and now you put wards here, if they show down on this for no reason, thank you for the crab. Right?
Yeah.
If they show up for the crab and you're not in a position to make a pick or to fight, okay, I just sequence down. So be it.
Yeah.
If I have to give it, I have to give it. But you're giving it before you know if you have to give it. And that's the problem.
I think just even... So I never thought of, really, like, buying the control words is almost a way to capitalize on a kill in itself. That I definitely haven't thought about, but I see what you're saying about it.
That's nice, another pick. For control wards, when you're behind, their value escalates even more, because the more you see, and the more you deny, the better decisions you can make about getting back into the game. I lost the game earlier. We were being shoved in, it was looking doomed, but we still had 3 dragons, they had 3 dragons. We made a pick, and I said, right, I'm going back to base, I got 2 control wards. Because we're against like a Twitch and a Rengar and things like this. So we need the control wards to go. Everyone just walks into the jungle, face checks, and dies.
Yeah.
I don't know why. This is in high elo. I have no idea. What are you thinking? You know? We just killed someone. We have, and if the ADC has a blue trinket, again, this is something you could speak to your duo about. At this point, please have a blue trinket. Because you want to go and push out the vision, but there's no, this is all dark. Whoever walks into this could very well just die. Whoever walks into this bush could very well just die. So having that control ward and the blue trinket and things so you know where you can go is huge for you to make sure you keep getting your camps. Because that's all you're looking to do. Not looking to fight. Can you keep control of your camps, keep the vision up, and then when there's an objective worth fighting over, you've actually caught up a little bit. Or when someone missteps on that vision, you make a pick, like you just did here, you killed the center.
Yeah.
And that's how you get back into the game. But I feel like that's all extra. This is more like general League of Legends applied to any champion, any situation. You shouldn't want to be in this situation at 17 minutes. We should be level 12, and the Fizz is here, and you're saying, I'm going to one-shot you. Thank you for playing the game. You know? You are the roaming assassin. Protobelt complete. No control words. Dragon spawning. No. Yeah, I think this game would just feel like everyone's kind of waiting to lose.
Yeah, that's kind of how it felt.
That's what it
I
looks
was definitely
like
a little tilted too from the Volibear and stuff, that it just felt a little bit doomed. Like I don't know. It's just one of those games, kind of.
The Protobelt.
I know.
Alright, you see what I'm saying though?
Yeah, definitely.
This is what I wanted you to look for on the crab. I keep saying crab. On the Herald, if possible, because my concern is if they get it, which fortunately for you, the Jarvan has it. So imagine if the Vladimir had it right now. You're just taking 2 towers. You know, and this is not a very good trade for you. So, but this is it. This is it. That's what the vision is. Patience. When there's an objective, make the pick. They're not going to be cohesive about how they close out the game because it's gold/plat. Nice. Can he trickster out of this one, or will he? Oh.
Yeah, he definitely could have just killed me there and got out, but.
I think. What do we? Oh, I was gonna say, do you have smite or anything? I think you could probably do Krugs into red, unless you're Generous Soul and you want to give it to your Caitlyn and go get the blue buff. But
I think I take the red in this, especially when he's, I don't know what he is.
0-6.
Yeah, not great.
It's not. Yeah, it's not fun. So I think that's good core for the first 50 minutes. Do you have a question about the rest of the game? Anything in particular that you want to highlight?
No, not really. Honestly, I think you helped a lot. Like you brought up a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I saw a lot of stuff. Yeah,
that I'm excited about. So
because we'll hit these things like that's 5 minutes of how to play from behind, and you just keep doing that, and you wait for them to get frustrated and tilt into you, and you keep sneaking a dragon. And even if they get the next dragon, and they go for the soul, you can get a Baron or something like that. You can always look for macro plays, but I really don't like a game in gold or platinum getting to that stage because I feel like you're just coin flipping. Which one of your teammates understands macro? And by my experience, most don't.
Yeah, I think that Rift Herald call to go to sequence bot, giving that up after I killed Fizz, and then knowing to back my control words and use that to set up an area and good stuff I can work on, as opposed to, oh yeah, just throw the game here.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. So don't E over the wall. Walk into it. And as soon as you see them, E out to safety. That's all that matters, is that you live and don't die. Because as soon as you die here, you give them Baron, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the game.
It's just game, and they got,
that's the game. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. We could have just actually played it and had the visual feedback.